Hi, my name is Nicole Sciarra, and I created a photography magazine called Clarity. So this is the cover of my magazine. I decided to try and use different shapes to kind of bring the eyes of the viewer in. I also did a darker outside framing to also bring the audience's eyes in. I decided to frame the cover with words like get an exclusive view of fine art, learn how to photograph close-ups, know how to photograph landscapes, new techniques and tips when photographing portraits, and see the world through a lens. I thought that these types of words and in general the framing kind of encompasses what a photography magazine looks like, as well as gives the viewer a general idea of what the magazine is going to be. So this is my first spread. I said on my spread, what is clarity? So then in the magazine, in general, this would be a description of what the magazine would be about, and over here is the contents as to what is in the magazine. I decided to do it like this way so that the viewer's eyes would be drawn in, as well as use black and white to kind of leave perspectives in for the audience. I also thought that this was a cool design because in general, I like the idea of black and white in a magazine because it's different than the normal white background and black top. So this is my second spread. On this spread, I did a 3-grid design with 3 rows and so 1 and 3 columns down. And I did how to photograph close-ups on this part, how to photograph landscapes, how to photograph portraits, and over here I did fine art, which is kind of a different amount of, it's not really like a perfect gridding. So, and I did it because I wanted to show different photography, and in general, I don't think that like when you put on photographs in one page, it's not necessarily like perfect grid lines, and magazines draws the viewer's eyes in when it's not necessarily perfect and they have to look for what they want to see. So my creative brief. So my target audience is photographers or those who are interested in photography. Photography for me, I can show my own world through photography, but I'm still able to alter what I want to see in the designing process. So in graphic design, I really like the way you can take a picture or you can think of an idea in your head and sketch it out, and by putting it on the screen, you can edit it so much. So based on this, you can find the image that you want, and that's what I felt like the magazine really portrayed. So the tone of my magazine, Clarity offers people to see how to photograph close-ups, landscapes, and humans. It provides information about the magazine on the first spread, and on the second spread, you get to see a photographer's work. And overall informational is the magazine, and it displays fine art. My mission statement. Clarity gives people a chance to learn different techniques when taking a picture while gaining new perspectives from another person's work, giving inspiration to others who are interested in the art of photography. Also, I found through what the theme of my magazine is, photography, that it incorporates specializations such as fine art, events, wedding, advertising, editorial journalism, nature, marketing, products, architecture, and travel. So just on these few specializations, photography is involved, and graphic design is involved in photography through the editing process and in many of these different specializations of photography. So in conclusion, photography is used everywhere, as you saw in the specializations, and Clarity is the perfect guide to new photographers and people who see it as a true art. I tried to present Clarity in a way that I thought was most organized and beneficial to the viewers of the magazine. Thank you for listening to my presentation.